What's up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of epicconversions.com, and I want to talk to you guys today about AI and YouTube ads. It's crazy, man. Over the last couple of days, I can't believe some of the stuff I've seen. I'll talk to you about it today. Before I do, I want to remind everybody to get over to epicconversions.com, jump on my free newsletter, get signed up. That's where I put out my best free content by email. That's the best place. So be sure you go over there and join. Now, AI and YouTube ads. Let me tell you something. I saw an ad yesterday with Joe Rogan talking, and he was like, kind of had his face like hidden behind a mic a little bit, so you couldn't quite see his face. And it had like subtitles over top of that same area, so you were like seeing what was being said. So you couldn't quite, like his mouth was hidden a little bit, you know? And like, that wasn't Joe Rogan. That was like Joe Rogan, a clip of Joe Rogan, and that was like an AI voice mimicking Joe Rogan. And it was like advertising something. It wanted you to click on something. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, man. That's completely illegal. There's no way that can be legal. But I saw that twice now. Joe Rogan advertising two different things. And I saw another guy who, I can't remember who the celebrity was, but it was another celebrity, and they were using him to do the exact same thing. Wish I could remember who it was. I just remember the Joe Rogan one because I saw it again this morning before I went on this walk. And it was like a different ad for a different product, but it was Joe Rogan. No way that can be legal, you guys. Don't do that. I can't understand why YouTube allows ads like that. Why would YouTube allow that? I don't think YouTube will allow stuff like that. Using a clip of Joe Rogan and using a voice that sounds exactly like Joe Rogan and advertising something that Joe Rogan doesn't advocate, I would say I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I would say that's borderline slander. Might be a good way to get sued. At the very least, it's a good way to get YouTube to, ban your ad account. But it's happening right now. And I would say that's like, that's a key indication right there that, we're still in the wild west of artificial intelligence. People using it in these ways, legislation, still trying to keep up. YouTube, they're in the middle of adjusting their policies, trying to keep up. It's just been a whirlwind. I mean, if you follow AI this last year, you know how crazy it's been. But a lot of people are making the mistake of thinking it's starting to die down a little bit. It's not starting to die down a little bit. It's still moving full speed ahead. But when I was looking at those ads on YouTube today with Joe Rogan and that other celebrity, wish I could remember that guy's name, but when I was looking at those ads, I was thinking, dude, this is crazy. Anybody can take anybody who's like a public figure who has their face out there or their voice out there in any capacity, and they can basically turn them into a puppet and make them promote whatever they want them to promote. Yeah, it's completely ludicrous, man. Completely ridiculous. What I'd say about that is just my first initial thoughts I'll share with you guys. But like, now is the time to lean into your hard work and put out real content, Like this content I'm making here for you right now, it's real. This isn't AI, this is real. I think it's damaging for people. They start to become a little bit jaded about who to trust, what to trust that they see online. And I think you got to take steps to make sure people know where you stand on the whole AI thing, and that like you are making real content for real people. I think that's important right now if you want to make content online. I really do. Because this stuff is just, it's crazy. It really is. But anyways, I look for YouTube to probably, legislate that eventually make rules banning people from using celebrities to promote their stuff. I mean, think about it, guys. I can't go put like I can't put a Nike logo on my sales page and try to pretend like Nike's endorsing my product. That's trademark infringement. I can't do things that would deceive the public into thinking that a big company is endorsing my product. Why? Because what I'm doing is I'm damaging their brand. Well, these companies, these people who are taking Joe Rogan and use it and making an AI voice of him and using clips of his show and making him like a puppet and promoting their stuff, that's slandering his brand. That's damaging his brand. So you can't do that. It's a good way to get sued. And at the very least, YouTube should be running a tighter ship than that. So it's interesting to see how things play out. But for now, I would definitely say it's still the Wild West. The fact that I'm seeing sponsored ads, you gotta understand, people are making these kinds of ads and they're paying YouTube to run them, right? And I've seen a couple over the last 2 days. I've actually seen 3 of them over the last 2 days. So that tells you right there. Hold on a second, guys. Finish my thought up on this. Just finishing my walk up here. That tells you right there that YouTube's not noticing it. It's all on autopilot, you know what I mean? For you to run a paid ad on YouTube and to get it out there, obviously it's on paid autopilot, because any actual person from YouTube who saw that ad would not approve it, They know that's not Joe Rogan. So it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Who knows what'll happen, but it is scary, I think, being a content creator today, and the fact that you have to worry about people taking your name and likeness and trying to turn you into some kind of a puppet just to promote anything, And I guess this strikes a nerve with me a little bit, because last year someone created like a fake Epic Conversions website, and they built like a list around it, and a lot of those people were people who already followed me. They basically pretended to be me, and they promoted a bunch of stolen products. They had another website built where they were selling black hat versions of stuff that was selling on JVZoo and stuff like that. And a lot of my customers fell for it, and they bought stuff just based on the fact that it was me who was promoting it. But it wasn't me who was promoting it. I didn't know what they were talking about. They were reaching out to me about not being able to access their products and, customer support and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I didn't promote that product. I don't know what you're talking about. So it was a big mess, I had to get a lawyer and everything to get to the bottom of it. But, had to talk to the FBI even. It was crazy, man. It was just a big mess. But essentially, it was basically business identity theft is what it was. And it ain't nothing to play with. It's a serious situation. So, to me, with this AI stuff, it's important to remember, just because you can do something, that doesn't mean you should do something, I guarantee you, Joe Rogan can lawyer up. I guarantee you, Now, would he bother going after some small-time people who are just using his name and likeness on YouTube? I really don't know. I probably might, if I was him, just to nip it in the bud so people know not to do that. Just kind of send a message to people, hey, don't be doing that to me. But I really don't know. Maybe it's like a Metallica thing, back in the day when Metallica sued Napster and or who they sued. They basically got mad because people were file sharing their music. I think they sued a few regular people, trying to send a message. The message didn't really get received. look at today, file sharing. I think file sharing is probably as big as ever. Maybe not as big as it was before, honestly, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because when people were file sharing like 10 or 15 years ago, they weren't using Spotify or anything like that. They were using like BitTorrent and stuff like that. But they were using like Napster and whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, I really don't even know if it would do anything now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. If, Joe Rogan or some of these celebrities were to sue people for doing this thing, I don't know. I think it's just a matter of legislation catching up with all the AI stuff that's going on. But right now it's the Wild West. And as a content creator, as someone who wants to put themselves out there and create content for people, I think the best thing you can do is work to be real. If you have a few typos, don't worry about the typos. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just be yourself. Put out videos like what I'm doing right here. This is just like grassroots, down to earth, simple videos that aren't faked. Be real. Be real. That's the best thing you can do, man, because people are going to start losing trust online with people with a quickness. I guarantee you that. So anyways, that's all I got. Just my thoughts on seeing AI being used to imitate celebrities in YouTube ads. I think that's mind-blowing. I can't believe it. I can't even say certain words, certain viruses and stuff without being demonetized. And, here's YouTube over here letting people, like, imitate Joe Rogan on their ads. It's crazy to me. Anyways, whatever. Wild West AI, Be honest, be yourself. That's what I'd say. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to get over to Epic Conversions. Sign up for my free newsletter. Peace now.